ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನಾನು ವಿಜಯ್ ಕುಮಾರ್, ಅಸಿಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಮರ್ಸ್, ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರೇಡ್ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಪ್ನೀಸ್ ಆ ಚಾಪ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಅಂಡರ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಪ್ರಾವಿಷನ್ಸ್, ಈ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟ ಹಾಗೆ ಇದು 3ನೇ ವಿಡಿಯೋ. ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಪ್ರಾವಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ 1961 ಅದನ್ನು ನಿಮಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. In order to computation of tax liability of company under normal provisions, already we know there are 3 steps for computation of tax liability. Step 1, computation of income from business. Step 2, computation of total income of company. Step 3, computation of tax liability under normal provisions. Okay, now let us know. We have a problems on computation of tax liability of company under normal provisions. These are the problems. I am going to read this problem first. ಮೊದಲು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ನ ಓದ್ತೀನಿ. Rising Sun Company Limited engaged in the business of manufacture of computer components. Profit and loss account of company for the year ending 31st/3/2019 is given below. Okay, they given profit and loss account, particulars amount, debit particulars: to salary to staff 3,25,000, to audit fee 12,000, to bad debts 15,000, to depreciation 1,62,500, to income tax 75,000, to dividend distribution tax 62,500, to donation to NDF 60,000, to wealth tax 75,000, to custom duty payable 62,000, to net profit 28,50,000. These are the items in the debit particulars. Next, credit particulars: by gross profit 35,39,000, by amount withdrawn from general reserves which was created in 1997-98 by debiting to profit and loss account 1,60,000. Total profit and loss account is 36,99,000. Okay, other informations. Let us understand other informations. 1. Depreciation allowable as per income tax rules works out to rupees 1,45,500. Second one, brought forward business loss rupees 3,50,000. Third one, brought forward unabsorbed depreciation rupees 1,45,000. Fourth one, of the custom duty payable rupees 12,000 was paid before filing the return. Fifth one, company is eligible for following deductions: A, deduction under section 80IB 25% of rupees 28,50,000, deduction under section 80G in respect of donation to National Defence Fund. Calculate the total income of Rising Sun Company Limited and tax liability for the assessment year 2019-20. Okay, this is the problems. Now let us do solutions to this problem. Okay, we have to do solutions to this problem. Step 1, computation of income from business. Format for computation of income from business: particulars, amount. First, we have to take net profit as per profit and loss account. In the outer column, 28,50,000. If we see the profit and loss account, debit side the last item net profit is given, that amount we have taken. Net profit as per profit and loss account 28,50,000. Okay, right. For this we have to add. These are the items we have to add back to the profits. First one, inadmissible expenses debited to profit and loss account. That means any expenses which are inadmissible as per income tax, such inadmissible expenses already debited to profit and loss account, those expenses we have to add it back to given profit. See, these are the inadmissible expenses already debited to profit and loss account. Now we are adding back to the profit. Profit gain ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ನಾವು, add back ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ? First one, depreciation 1,62,500. If we see the problems ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು depreciation 1,62,500. We will see. First one, salary to staff ಅಂತ ಇದೆ, that is admissible expenses. Audit fee is also admissible expenses. Bad debts is also admissible expenses. The fourth one is depreciation 1,62,500. For depreciation they given two amount. One which is given in the profit and loss account, depreciation 1,62,500, and also they given additional information. First one, depreciation allowable as per IT rules works out to rupees 1,45,500. That means they given two depreciation, one in profit and loss account, one in additional information. Whenever they given depreciation in profit and loss account and also in the additional information, first what we have to do it, first you have to take depreciation given in profit and loss account as inadmissible. That's why I have taken this depreciation 1,62,500, that I am adding back to the profit. Okay, next, income tax. Income tax always inadmissible, because income tax it is paid on the income of the business, but it is not the business expenses, hence we are adding back to our profit. Next, donation to NDF, donation to National Defence Fund. Any donations that is not the expense of business, hence we are adding back to the profit. But however, they can claim deduction under section 80G for that donations. Next, wealth tax. Wealth tax 75,000, that is also inadmissible. Next, dividend distribution tax, this is also inadmissible, that is why we are adding back to the profit. Next is custom duty payable. In the problems they are saying that custom duty payable in the profit and loss account they given 62,000, but in the additional information, in fourth additional information, of the custom duty payable rupees 12,000 was paid before filing the returns. That means out of 62,000, 12,000 was paid before filing the returns. Any duty payable, any custom duty payable before filing the returns are admissible, hence that is you can treat it as a business expenditure. The balance amount you have to treat it as a inadmissible expenses. That's why here we have written custom duty payable 62,000 minus 12,000, 50,000 is inadmissible. Okay, these are the inadmissible expenses already debited to profit and loss account. That is why we have to add back to profit. Okay, we have to make a total. The total is 4,85,000. 28,50,000 plus 4,85,000, 33,35,000. Okay, right. Next, less. 1. Admissible expenses not debited to profit and loss account, means any expenses admissible as per IT provisions, but they are not debited to profit and loss account. If any such expenses you have to deduct it from the profit of the company. Okay, in these problems only one expenses that is not debited to profit and loss account, that is why that we are minusing. Which item? The which item? No, depreciation as per IT Act 1,45,500. Okay, first what we have done, depreciation given in profit and loss account, it was treated as a inadmissible, that was added to profit. Depreciation given in additional information, what we are doing, we are deducting as per IT provisions 1,45,500. Okay, right. Next, second one, non-business and tax-free income credited to profit and loss account. Okay, any non-business and tax-free income already credited to profit and loss account, such income or such tax-free income we have to minus. In these problems we have only one item, that is amount withdrawn from general reserves. Amount withdrawn from general reserves, that is okay, tax-free income, that is a tax-free income, but it is credited to profit and loss account, that we have to minus 1,60,000. Okay, we have to total this to 1,45,500 plus 1,60,000, 3,05,500. This we have to minus. Then the balance will be 30,29,500. Okay, right. In case of company, before computing of income from business, we must do adjustment of inter heads of incomes, if any, inter heads of incomes any, that is set off of losses and carry forward losses, that you have to do adjustment. In these problems, they given in the problems, second one, brought forward business loss rupees 3,50,000, brought forward unabsorbed depreciation 1,45,000. These are the set off of adjustments. That is why for that we have to do adjustment. For do adjustments we have to do less. One, brought forward business loss 3,50,000. If any brought forward business loss, that we have to deduct it from income of the business first. That is why we are minusing this brought forward business loss. Next, second one, brought forward unabsorbed depreciation 1,45,000. Any brought forward unabsorbed depreciations during the previous year, that brought forward unabsorbed depreciation also we have to deduct it from income of the business. That is why these two, brought forward loss and brought forward unabsorbed depreciation, you have to minus 3,50,000 plus 1,45,000, total 4,95,000. Then income from business is 25,34,500 is the income from business of the company. This is step 1, that is computation of income from business. Okay, now let us move to second step. Step 2, computation of total income or total taxable income of the company. Right, yeah, this is the format for computation of total income. Particulars, amount. Total income means aggregating of the heads of income is said to be called as total income. There are 4 head of incomes, you have to aggregate total, that is called as total income of the company. Okay, right. First one, income from house property. In these problems there is no information about the income from house property, that is why nil. Next, second one, second head of income, income from business, that we have calculated in step 1. The income from business of the company for the assessment year 25,34,500 is the income from business, that is second head of income. Next, third head of income, income from capital gains. In this problem they are not given any capital gains information, that is why that is also nil. Next, fourth head, income from other sources. Income from other sources, it is also another head of incomes taxable in the hands of the company, but in this problem they are not given any income from other sources information in the problems. Okay, we have to add all the 4 heads of income, that is said to be called as gross total income. 25 lakhs 34,500 is the gross total income. From this gross total income, we have to do deductions. Less deduction under section 80G to 80LA. That means the company eligible to claim deductions under section 80G to 80LA. In this problems, there are two deductions is given in the problem. The company is eligible to claim these two deductions. First one, deduction under section 80G, donation to National Defence Fund. In the donations, there are two kinds of donation: 100% eligibility donation, 50% eligibility donation. This donation to National Defence Fund comes under the 100% eligibility. Hence, the company can claim 100% of their donations contributed. That is 60% they donated to NDF. The whole 60,000 they can claim as a deductions under section 80G. Next, second deduction under section 80IB. In the problems they are saying that the company eligible to claim deduction under section 80IB at 25% on their incomes, on their net profit, but we have to give the deductions on their income what we calculated, what we computed under the step 1. That income from business of the company is 25 lakhs 34,500. On that we have to calculate 25%. 25% on 25 lakhs 34,500, 6 lakh 33,625. The company is eligible to claim deduction under section 80IB. Okay, these are the two deductions the company can claim from their gross total income. 6 lakhs 93,625 is the total deduction amount. You have to deduct from the gross total income. The balance is called as total income, that is 18,40,875. This is step 2. Next, let us move to next step, that is step 3, computation of total tax liability. In the problem they asked compute total income and also tax liability of the company. That is why step 3, computation of total tax liability. This is the format for computation of total tax liability, particulars amount. Okay, right. First one, tax on total taxable income. That is, already we calculated this taxable total income in the step 2. The total taxable income of the company is 18,40,875 into rate of tax. I have taken 25%. You know, in case of domestic company, the rate of tax is 25% or 30% based on the gross turnover. If gross turnover of the company less than 250 crores in the previous year, the rate of tax is 25%. If the gross turnover exceeding 250 crores in the previous year, then rate of tax is 30%. In this problem, they are not given the gross turnover amount. I am assuming that the gross turnover of the company is less than 250 crores. Hence, I am taking tax rate at 25%. That is why 18,40,875 into 25%. The tax on total taxable income is 4,60,219. For this, we have to add surcharge if any. For this problem, surcharge is not applicable. Okay. Then the total is 4,60,219 only. For this, add health and education cess at 4%. 4% on 4,60,219. The health and education cess amount is 18,409. We have to add, then the total is 4,78,628 is the total tax liability. We can round off to near 10 rupees, next 10 rupees. That is why the total tax liability rounded off rupees 4,78,630. Okay, thank you. I explained all the steps for computation of tax liability under normal provisions. If you want to more information, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ವಾಚ್ ಓಕೆ ಮೈ ಫರ್ದರ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್. ಇನ್ನು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಓಕೆ ವಿಡಿಯೋಗಳು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ, ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಚ್ ಮೈ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್ ಫಾರ್ ವಾಚಿಂಗ್ ಮೈ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್.